How's it going, guys? It's RaiderKnight, and today we're going to be playing as the Empire of Japan, and we're doing it on the World War II scenario, so it's going to be kind of interesting to do this little let's play, gameplay, whatever you want to call it. So, let's start it up. We're going to be saving up about 200 grand, and then we're going to be going after Manchuria, and it should be our first war and somewhat easy war. I want to take over Manchuria to kind of unite our Chinese little territories here. And then once we take over Manchuria, we can probably go after Menchang. Alright, our army is set up. We're currently doing pretty well for ourselves. I think it is time to declare the war on Manchuria. So, now that we're at war with Manchuria, we can start sending the troops up north. And hopefully this is enough to actually completely take them over with not a lot of resistance. We might see a little bit, but I'm hoping we don't see that much. So that's kind of the main goal for this starting out type of stuff. So far so good. We are marching through their country fairly easily. We're going to split this one up over here in the west and kind of, be a little bit risky and kind of try to expand as fast as possible. The main goal is to, take over Manchuria in a, reasonable time frame that is pretty quick. So let's try to do that, and let's see how this turn plays out. I think this turn is going to be a pretty good one. So that was all pretty good. Then we can send all these troops up to the north, and then we can send this one up here a little bit, and we can wait. Well, we can send this to the capital, and then we can send this nowhere yet. I'm going to wait a turn. So we've taken their capital. These troops right here, they're all going to go into that one province, and then we're going to send this 2,000 stack into this province, and then we're going to split some of these up to go that way and send the rest this way into Harbin, and then we're going to send this 3,000 stack up north. So this is going to be a really good turn for us. After that, we shouldn't have that many problems. So we can send the troops forward, and let's see how the rest of this conflict plays out. We got, a lot of troops still remaining. So if they do have a lot of stacks over here somewhere, I think we could probably stop them pretty easily regardless. So, send the troops forward and march into their final little provinces here in the north. They're probably hiding out in snow bunkers at this point, so I think we've won. And boom. That is the end of Manchuria. Now the peace negotiation where we can annex their entire country. A lot of you guys always tell me to hit the annex all button, which is just, I think you just click this, right? Or no, what do you click? I actually don't know what you click. You can do vacillation. I don't want to do that, though. We're just going to click everything because I like clicking it anyways, so, why not? And boom, we can click all that and end the conflict. We can fully annex their country and expand the Empire of Japan. So, with all these new provinces, we're going to have to stabilize them, and that'll take a while, so I'll be back for that, and I will see you once we stabilize the provinces. Alright, we are ready for the second conflict. And I think we're going to be going after this tiny country, Mangjing. So let's build up the troops on the border and pretty much just walk in. I think it's going to be like a 2-turn war, something like that. Shouldn't be anything too difficult, but you never really know. So I'm going to try to be as prepared as possible for this conflict, even though I don't really need to be. So let's build up the troops and try to have a decent little troop count. Across the border, I think once we have about, 5,000, 6,000 roughly in each province, then we should be pretty good. So let's build up a little bit more for about 2 turns in these 3 major provinces, and then we will declare the war on this tiny little country and expand the Empire of Japan. So I think we're ready. Now we can declare the war, and I think it should be pretty simple to just walk right in and, take them over pretty much is the main goal. So, kind of just walk right into their country. I don't think anything will be that difficult. So, boom, boom, and boom. That was a 1-turn war. Now I can completely annex them and expand the Empire of Japan while also sending the troops to the south, which is actually the plan. We're going to declare a second war also. So send the troops to the south. We're going to also stabilize our newest provinces to our country. So stabilize all this. And then we will declare a new war against, what's this country called? Shangasi. We're going to go to war with Shangasi apparently. So build up some extra troops here. We're going to split, about 4,000 this way. And then we declare the war on Shangasi and invade them from the north. We're going to send a lot of it to their capital. We're going to send about 5,000 this way. So should be a pretty simple war, from what I think at least. So send about 3,000 in that direction, and the rest of them can go this way. Then after that, this 5,000 stack can go to the south, and apparently the map can zoom out 1,000,000 miles away. I think that's a glitch. There's no way the map does that automatically. Or, I mean, does that from a control. That's what I meant. Okay, so take over these final couple provinces and end the conflict. Pretty simple. We didn't even lose that many troops from what I'm aware of at least. So a lot of new provinces we've just gained to our country. And now Japan is looking pretty good in terms of what we got in mainland China. So we're going to destroy Mao's China next. I think that is our, next little part of the strategy. We're going to destroy communist China because obviously you never want a communist country right next to your amazing fascist Japan country. So you got to take them over, and that's what we're going to be doing. So walk right into their cities, and we're going to split this up and try to, slow them down as much as we can. Take over their capital, and as for this province, it can build a couple troops, and we'll split this up to take over their other provinces. So I know we're being risky because we probably shouldn't be, expanding this quickly, but I think it's all going to work out for the best. So that's the goal. We're going to just take over these final couple provinces and, kind of weaken communist China so they can't build an empire like they do in our modern day scenarios. So take over their final province and let's completely annex their country. Pretty simple war, and now we have even more land for the great Empire of Japan. So I think that's enough risky expansion for now. We're going to disband all these troops for now, and we're going to prepare for our next conflict, possibly against mainland China. So we're going to disband all these troops and prepare for the next major conflict. The Empire of Japan is currently under attack by the Dutch East Indies. Not that scary, but I think we're going to invade them and take them over. So instead of dealing with China, we're going to go after Indonesia. So I'm preparing a large army here on Taiwan to invade them from. So once we have this army built up, we're going to send them out to Indonesia to take them over, hopefully. So let's build up this massive army, and I think that is all of our money right there. So okay, so now we have to actually send the army to where they need to go. We also got a big army up here, so we're going to have to ship this massive military all the way to this province here with the port. And once we do that, we should be doing pretty good for ourselves. So let's send all these troops out this direction, and then we can ship them to the battlefield area out by Taiwan. So send a 30,000 stack to the battlefield. That's quite a bit of troops. I think we should be able to take over Indonesia pretty easily, but they are pretty powerful. Even, even compared to us, this war could be, kind of difficult. So we got to be careful, and we got to play smart when we're fighting the Dutch East Indies, because they are pretty powerful, and they do have quite a bit of population. So they're currently sending an 8 stack to their death. Probably not the smartest thing they could have done. Let's hope that's all they have, because if that's the case, we can literally walk right into their country. So that would be awesome. So where do we attack first? I think we're going to attack from, I don't know, over here-ish maybe. Let's take over their main island first. Or not their main island. Let's take over their smaller islands first. So let's send all the troops into this one province. And then from this province, we can take over pretty much their entire island from what I'm guessing. So, you know, send the troops out and split them up to take over this little island here. And it shouldn't take that long to completely, you know, annex this island. Send the troops to the north, and slowly but surely we will kick them out of this island. So that is what we're hoping for, at least. It's going to take a long time though to send all the troops back to the same port, because we don't have any money to build a new shipping port to ship them out from. We can send half of them to that island, and we can split these ones up to pretty much finish off the island. And after that, we should be doing pretty good for ourselves. I don't think we can take over that island from here, so we're going to have to build a port or something. I don't know. And take over this final little province here in the south. So their first island has been taken. They're already losing by, you know, 30%, which is a pretty embarrassing loss for them. So now we can ship all the troops to the south and prepare to regroup. So let's go straight into their capital right off the bat. And after that, we can split the troops up and take the island pretty much by storm. So let's pretty much wipe them out. That's the main goal at this point. We've taken their main island somewhat easily, pretty much by, you know, off guard. So send the troops forward. And they're trying to retake that capital of theirs, so I'm going to have to split some of the troops over to slow them down. And after that, we have to make sure that they don't retake all their provinces. So keep sending the troops forward. The main goal is just to, again, take over this island. And we can't do that if the troops aren't moving forward. So keep, you know, pushing forward regardless if they have the capital or not. That's kind of what we have to do at this point. And they are expanding, which is scary. I do not want them to, you know, retake this island. We gotta make sure we can block them off from doing that. So we're gonna block them off the best we can and hope for the best. Take this province over, and then that is the final province we can currently attack. So we've taken their main island by storm. I think we can, you know, force them to surrender now. We can take over all their islands here. Over here. Well, we can take over a large portion of their coastline is what I'm trying to say. So let's take over pretty much all of this is what I want. Take over that. That's really all I want for Japan. If they give us this, we will end the conflict peacefully. And they have given us what we wanted. Japan has officially expanded out here into Oceania, which is kind of cool. We got this massive new piece of land, and you know what? Japan is doing pretty good for itself, so I'm kind of happy about that. Overall, this has been a pretty fun little video. We expanded in China. We took over a lot of land from the Dutch East Indies. I think the Japanese Empire has, you know, pretty much proved to the world that we are a fighter. I'm pretty sure we're one of the strongest countries at the moment. We have one of the best economies, and we have one of the somewhat larger populations, even surpassing America. So we have definitely made an impact on the world. I'll see you all for the next one, and peace.